My name is Soliel. I'm 29 years old. I've been coming to Church on the Rock since I was a kid. I've had a pretty bit of a rough life mentally. I've suffered from depression for as long as I can remember. It's been pretty hard. It started from when I was maybe 9, 10 years old. I used to get bullied a lot when I was in school growing up, all the way even through high school. Try not to let it get to me, but little by little it just kind of started taking chunks out of my self-esteem to the point where it was next to nil. I felt worthless, hopeless, not worth the love of anything, really. Took a toll on my mental stability, and I had a mental breakdown. At this point in my life, I really stopped going back to church. To get it to stop, I took up certain addictions that I'm really not proud of. One night at my dad's house, I cried out to God for help, and in a fit of anger, I just kind of knocked my Bible that my dad had given me to the floor. It opened up to Psalm 123. That entire passage made me realize that God has always been for me. And then from there, I started going back to church, and it was quite scary going on my own. When I first came here, I still remember to the day that I was sitting in my car for like maybe 10-15 minutes after the service had already started, working up the nerve to actually leave. And when I finally did, one of the cart drivers came around and asked me if I wanted a lift. She noticed me looking a little skittish, and she asked me if I was okay. Told her a bit of a baseline of what was going on with me, and she asked me could she give me a hug. I really needed a hug, so I said okay, and as soon as she said welcome home, I kind of bursted into tears. I went into the service, and it was exactly what I needed to hear. Pastor was talking about how to keep fighting the good fight. You are worth the love and affection that God can give you. You are worth living for. Make it count. And from there, I decided to actually turn my life around. And it seemed like from that point on, I started meeting people. I met Miss Sherry Stone, who told me about SEU, which my sister happened to be a part of. And after a year of mental debate, I told Miss Sherry, let's do this. And after a couple of weeks, I happened to be an SEU student. No matter how far down in the hole you may think you are or actually are in life, you are worth loving. You are worth living for. You just got to give yourself the break. I do believe God is for me.